Hi, welcome to my next write-up. This write-up is on a HackTheBox machine. It's my first ever HackTheBox machine, and the machine's on Traverxec. It's a Linux machine, and this is the IP address. So let's head over to Kali and let's get started. So in the usual pen testing methodology, what we'll start first is with a port scan. So this is the IP address. So we do a port scan. And let's wait for the results. Alright, so here we have the nmap scan done. So usually what we'll do is we can run another nmap scan, but this time with all the ports set up from 1 to 65535. Oops. I just run this in the background in case there's like services running the higher level ports, but generally it's usually running low level ports. So we have two ports open, SSH and HTTP. So there's a few things we can do. SSH, we don't have any credentials, so we probably can't log in. We can visit the website since there is a HTTP. So search for web browser. Start new session. So there's like a website. There's probably nothing much here since they also have the CMS in the version given. Let's just do a quick Google search. So it's Nostromo 1.9.6, and I've not even completed typing and like the exploit. Some of the words are out. Autocomplete is there. So yeah, there looks like a Metasploit module in place. So let's go back and fire up Metasploit. So just type MSF console and you'll launch Metasploit. Okay, and then you just use the command search Nostromo. Okay, and we have it. It's a 2019 vulnerability, fairly new. So you can just copy it, use the exploit show options to see what fields to set. You can set the rhost, can't remember the IP address. So over here, rhost, yeah, they might fill up the lhost for us, so let's just run. Okay, never mind. We have to do it ourselves. So ifconfig, pick up your IP address. So just set the lhost as this, and then run the exploit. Oh, sorry. So lhost, and then run. Okay, so now the exploit looks like it's working. Maybe a little bit laggy. Okay, never mind, we are in. So just type shell, probably you can escalate the privileges and to get the shell. Yep. Okay, we are in. So just type who am I, just to find out who you are. www data. So what this exploit is, say directory traversal. Okay, so we are not root, we are not like a user or anything, just www data. So from here we can do things like directory traversal, as the name says, ls-la. Okay, probably not a good place to do it. Where are we? So just pwd to print the working directory user bin. Yeah, not a good place. So you can cd dot dot. Probably do it one more time. So now we're back to like kind of enumeration. So where do we want to search for? So one way is we can go to the folder which stores the files. So it's usually like var www for like Apache web servers. So we can take a look there. So cd var, then ls-la again, and then yes, we have Nostromo here. So which is the name of the CMS. So we just copy just cd Nostromo, ls-la again. Okay, so here we have a few things. We have a conf, we have htdocs, icons, and logs. So let's start by going to the conf and ls-la again. So there's ht password, so we can cat dot ht password, which is looks good. Password and I think $1 should be a MD5 hash. So we have the hash. We also have the nhttpd.conf here, so we can also take a look at that. nhttpd.conf. So this is the config file for this service. So see, this is like the index.html. Okay, and then what we can do if we don't understand the config is we can enumerate further. So nhttpd.conf Nostromo. So there's like kind of like a man page here which covers the config file. So they talk about authentication, and then over here what we're interested in is home directories. So this is interesting because you can serve the home directory of your users. So I think let's also just go back. So let's also just cat the etc password file. So here are all the users in the system. So we see that there's this guy called David. There is David's account over here in the web server used to authenticate to something. Yeah, just coincidentally the guy here is called David as well. So things are kind of starting to add up. Okay, so basically how you access the home directory, which is David's home directory in this case, because it looks like David is the only one who is interesting user. You use a tilde/David. Okay, so you can do tilde/David. So over here we just slash tilde David. Okay, but there's nothing here. Private space, nothing here. So just continue enumerating. So we also see that the home directory's public is public www. Not sure if it has something to do with this, so we can try public _ www. Not found. Never mind. Yeah, so maybe not. So we can also go to the cd I think it's home, right, and then ls/la. So over here we see that there's David. So we go into David, cd David, and then ls/la. But then they say permission denied. Okay, so did we hit an error here or something? We're not sure. So what we can do from here is there's a folder, so we can try to jump in. We can still continue to traverse in. Maybe okay, looks like it's possible. Okay, so it's definitely looks like it's possible. So public www, and then so the original was index.html, right? So maybe now it's like protected file area. Okay, let's see what's inside. oops, protect the file area. And then there's like a htaccess file and a tar.gz file. So we can cat the htaccess file, protected file area keep out, and then this tar.gz, which means we might be able to maybe the public www is the starting directory, so just take this out and then can start from protected file area instead, I think. Try, not too sure about that. Yeah, so it starts off with protected file area, and then yeah, this is probably the index HTML, and then they say protected file area keep out. So earlier we found a username and hash password, David as well. So it's very possible it's for this account. So let's just scroll over. We are too far. So let's see. Yeah, this is his password. So let's just copy that out. Okay, let's clear this. So we can just cd to desktop, and then nano like hash, maybe like David hash. Paste the hash here, save, yes, exit. And then what we'll do is we'll crack. So how that can be done is using John. So John dash dash what this? Okay, I can't really remember. So I need to go and check. Is USR share, I believe it's word list, so USR share word list, and then rocket.txt. So just pull this in much faster. USR share, and then the David hash. No password loading. Did it crack? So you can use the command show or the flag show to see if it's cracked. Yeah, so that's David's password cracked. David now only for me. That's his username and password. We can try to log in now. No guarantees will work, but we'll try. So now only for me. Okay, nice, and we got it in. Yeah, so we can definitely just download this file over here. Save file, okay. See my downloads. Open folder. Root downloads. Yep, so this is the file. Move it here, the desktop. Open up. Okay. So okay, hold on. So here we just extract the files, the TMP, no. So yeah, this was for David's account last time. You can just choose the directory. So desktop home David, I'll just store it here. Extract. Oops, there's an error. Okay, maybe let's just delete this. Okay, and then we'll just extract it. /home/ David. Yeah. Extract. Can't extract. Not sure why. Extract. Okay. Yeah. Should be enough. Yeah. So you can't see because the files is protected with like not really protected but rather they're hidden with a dot something, so .ssh, right? So let's just go in and use ls-la to see. So cd home, so ls-la cd David, yeah, ls-la, so it's .ssh, so the file, you can't see the file, and then just cd.ssh ls-la. So these are the three files. We have a authorized key IDRSA and IDRSA.pub. This should be David's SSH keys already, which means we can use it to log in. So let's just take a look. So cat authorized keys, that's one. Cat ID underscore RSA, that's two, but it's encrypted. Interesting, because this is my first time working with encrypted RSA files, so not too sure if it will affect in any way. So, and lastly is IDRSA.pub. Yeah, so this is the file we're looking at, the private key file. So normally what we will do is use SSH dash the identity file, which is IDRSA, because you're in this directory, and then the IP address. So David, because we know the user is looking for is David, and his IP address. What's the IP address? Okay, it's taking some time. The full nmap scan isn't even done yet. Okay, so let's SSH in. And they're asking for a passphrase. So normally what happens is if you log in normally by default without anything, oops, sorry. So let's just keep David there, David at they're asking for the password. So now they're asking for a passphrase. So did some research online before that to use this SSH to John. So what they will do is it will convert it to a format which is kind of more, how should I put it, like more okay, that John can handle. Yeah, so basically what we'll do is SSH to john.py and then the private key files. Okay, so john.py, your private key file, which is IDRSA. Okay, so now in this format John can read it. So what we will do, copy this, go back to cd /root/desktop, and then you nano like David SSH key, something like that. Paste this in, save. Okay, and then next I use John again. So John dash list equals to /usr word list, right? Can't remember, sorry. Oh, usr share, right? usr share word list q.txt, and then David SSH. Okay, so they have gotten the key. The key is Hunter. So now that should be our passphrase. We're going to log in again. So over here with the identity file, login. Oh wait, not access. Oh my god. cd David, cd home, cd.ssh. Is it? cd David. Okay. So yeah, just rerun the command with the identity file. So now they're asking for the passphrase enter hunter, which we saw earlier. Oh, and we're in as David. That's fantastic. So ls-la user.txt is there, so we just cat user.txt. That's the hash. So we'll save it over to Notepad. So this is the user. Next, we're going for root. So over here we have a few files. We can of course enumerate through all of them, but let's just go straight to it. So over here is server stats.sh right at the front. So yeah, we can try to run it. Executable, right? Yeah. So /server stats.sh, we can run it, and it runs. So no journal entries. Maybe we run it again. Okay, interesting. Analyzing the output, you can see that they're running at user bin sudo. So I think if you try to run sudo, you probably won't get anywhere. See, it doesn't work. Okay, wait, or maybe like su. Sorry. Okay, sorry, it's a bit laggy. So yeah, there's a password. Yeah, authentication failure. So sudo, you can try sudo like cat etc password. No, I mean etc shadow. Starting to get a little laggy. Etc shadow. So password for David. No, there isn't. We don't know the password. It's not gonna work. So we can try hunter. Maybe you get it. But yeah. So anyway, you can't get in through these usual methods. So we take a look again. So using sudo, they are running this thing called journal CTL, and it seems like yes, it's working and running perfectly fine. So there's a vulnerability. So it's due to kind of like misconfigurations. So you can kind of bypass and privilege escalate using usual inbuilt Linux bin files. So over here, so there are all these Linux standard files. So over here, there's a journal CTL. So journal CTL will then run less command. Okay, so what we can do is we can actually we can't exactly, and we won't modify this, so we will just copy. So we can just make a copy like cp cp server stats.sh to like exploit.sh. So ls-la. So exploit.sh is there. We will modify. So nano exploit.sh. Okay, so what we can do over here is modify the cat. Yeah, you can just take out the cat. In fact, you can even leave it there if I'm not wrong. Let me check. Okay, so how this vulnerability is triggered is by resizing the terminal. So small that it will kind of trigger a interactive root shell, which I will demonstrate now. So just run exploit.sh. I hope this is correct. Okay. I believe you have to take out something. Okay. It's a bit laggy at the moment. So we save this, then we run again. Okay, so over here, what we can do is, so you can see it's like kind of it's been triggered. So what we will do is we will do type this to trigger the shell, system shell. So over here, exclamation mark slash bin slash shell, run, and we get root. So over there, who am I? You are root, right? So you just see the root directory. It's probably in a root or root desktop. So just ls-la root.txt is over there, so just cat root.txt, and there you go. That's your flag. Just copy this out, and so this in conclusion is the write-up for Traverxec. So if you have any comments, any other ways you can use to bypass the system, do leave it in the comments below. And if you like my first write-up on Hack the Box, do give a like and subscribe, and hope you'll be able to post more write-ups soon. See you around.